How to modify a contract in your REIFax account. In order to modify a document you've previously added, we're gonna go to the settings section that you'll find on the sidebar of your screen. Once here, the system takes you automatically to the assistance option, but we're gonna go ahead and click on documents. Here you'll have a list of all the contracts you've added before. You only have one, so I'll click on that particular document. Once you click on the document, this pop-up window will appear, and here you'll have different options. First, you can change the name of this contract, the name that will appear on REIFax, and you can add the buyer or the seller information. You can have one buyer, one seller information, or two buyers or two sellers. In order to add this buyer information, I'll just leave it here, select it in buyer, and I'll add all the information that's requested right here. Once I finish adding this information, I can leave this one as the active buyer. This one will remain as inactive. If I switch this one to inactive, automatically the second option will turn into the active one. Also here I have the option to add the inspection days. You can go ahead and add the number of inspection days that will appear in your document. And also here you have the option to add additional documents. But right now we are going to proceed to edit the contract. In order to do that, I'm going to click on Edit Contract. Once you click on Edit Contract, this window will appear. Here you'll have all the options necessary to fill this PDF. Please remember that all the PDFs that you upload to your REIFax account must be blank PDFs, since we are going to fill all these spaces with our variables. In order to look at the variables available for the contracts, we're going to click here on this first drop-down menu. Once I display this, I'll see all the variables that I can use. So for example, the undersigned, here I'm purchaser, here buy offers to purchase from the owner, here I'm seller, the real estate located at, and as you can see here should be the property address. All this information of the variables is organized alphabetically, so all I need to do is look for the letter of property, and here it is, property address. I'll click on it, and that will place my variable. If it's misplaced, I can simply click and drag, and this will move the variable where I want it to be. Please remember to locate the variable to the left, so we have all this space for the information to show. Remember, in order to place the variable, first click on the PDF where you want the variable to appear, and then click on the drop-down menu and click on the appropriate option. And we click and we drag. Again, I will click on the PDF where I want my variable to be, and then I'll look for the variable. And then I'll drag it till I place it exactly where I want it to be. You do not only have the options of use variables, you also have the option to add a specific text. So for example, here it says state of, and let's say that you work in a particular state, you are pretty sure you're not going to work anywhere else, so you can add the name of the state directly here. And in order to do that, you can click on the A, and that means add text, and that will display this box. Here, I can simply type the text I want to appear. I can add variables next to this text, but right now I'm going to leave it just like that, and I'll click on add. And as you can see, this adds that specific text that I typed. This one I can place it on the middle because here it will always say Florida, so I know it won't occupy much more space. And here the legal description of which is, and you can go ahead, click on add text. And I can drag it and place it where I want it to be. You can also add numbers. The purchase price shall be, and here, for example, should be the offer price. We also have a variable for the offer price. Before starting editing your documents, I strongly recommend you take a look on all of the variables so you can see what's available over there. And in some pages, you will also need to fill circles or place check marks or X's, and you will be able to do all that with these three options. Simply look for the page you need to go to. You can either use the arrows or you can type the page where you want it to be. And once you're taken to that page, look for the space or the place where you need to use these options. And again, click first on the PDF and then click on the option you want. Again, you can use this circle in order to fill circles. You can use check marks or X's. If you're in the need of deleting any of these variables, that's very simple. Just click on top of the variable, and as you can see, this red icon, this trash can, appears right here on the top. Once you have selected the variable you want to erase, simply click on the trash can. This calculator is the option that we add in order to add math operations. Simply click on the calculator. And we can, for example, select offer price. We'll select an operation and we'll set a value. And we can click on add. And as you can see, this adds this math operation. By the time you send your contract, or when you generate a contract for a preview, you will see that this variable disappears, and what you will see is the result of this math operation. This drop-down menu that you see here next to the calculator, you will use it when you want to add your signatures and your initials. In another video, you'll see how to upload your signatures and initials. In order to add those here in the contract, we'll look for the page where those are needed. We'll scroll down till we find the spot. We click on the PDF and then we click on the signature. We can shrink it till it fits on the space we have, and you can also add your initials. This will appear every time you generate your contract. This button that you see here is the Templates Manager for your contracts, and here you'll be able to add and apply different templates. And here in this little eye, you will be able to generate the PDFs and you can see the preview of how it's looking. Please remember that this is just a preview, so the variables won't be filled because we do not have any property associated to the contract, but you will be able to see how it's looking so far. This opens a new tab with a PDF file, so please be sure that your pop-ups are unblocked for REIFax. As you can see, I'm able to see all the options I've added before. I can see what I'm missing, and I can just keep scrolling till I see my signatures and initials. You can use this in order to check that everything is placed correctly. Simply close, and you will be taken back to your REIFax account so you can run the final check. This is saved automatically, so once you're happy with your changes in your editor of your contract, simply close, and now your contract is edited with everything you've added. And this is how you edit a contract in your REIFax account.